for me, Zach?
Yeah. We're not supposed to have bird feeders in here. Putting whatever's on the trees.
This is peanut butter?
And they got the bear attracted.
Well, I only put it on in the morning. I don't put it on the nighttime. But
Well, it still stays on there throughout the night and stuff.
we've had one bear come through, and since I put the lights up, that's it.
We've had 3 bears in, because I do vacation rentals,
Yeah.
into our places.
Yeah.
So the
But-
bears are out and about.
Well, they are. There's 3 lights there that keep them away.
They don't care.
Well, in the nighttime, but you know what happened? The time that he came was in the daytime.
Yeah, he comes,
So-
if there's bear attractant, they will. And that's one thing the game warden told us, because they set traps up for those. They're like, anything that's out and about.
Well, he
will
was
attract
here.
the
He was
bear.
here. What's her name? Called him twice, and he was here. And we went through, and I showed him everything.
Oh, peanut butter too?
Yeah.
Because I talked to Matt, and Matt said that's bear attractant. The bears will.
Well, it's peanut butter. I mean, it's because it smelled, but I mean, it's usually, if you see over here, it's usually gone by now. You know, it's just I put it on at like 5:36 in the morning and watch the birds. I'm out here, so
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
we're
it's
not
out here.
supposed to be putting it on our trees and stuff. We know that.
See, up there is where I put it, and over there is where I put it. So I mean, most of the time, that's
Because
it's already gone.
they had to euthanize one bear because the bear wouldn't quit coming back.
Okay, so now you want to change these locks. I shouldn't be
Well,
responsible for this because I'm so sick of this. I can't tell you. And the
I don't-
police are investigating something right now.
Well, that's fine.
They were
That's
here on
good.
Sunday.
That's good.
But I want to show you. I mean, I put a lock and an eye on the inside. It was kicked out.
Well, I don't know how they could do that for deadbolt.
Look at the deadbolt. It's loose. He knows how to pick it. We know it. I know it's Eric.
Eric's been out of town. He's been out of state.
Well, not last week when this
Yes, he
happened.
was.
No, because I saw him. He yelled right at me.
He was out of state.
No, he yelled at me.
I'm not going to argue with you.
Would you want? He's still here because of you.
No, he's not here
He
because
should have
of
been
me.
gone on the sexual shit.
No, wasn't my fault. Was I the manager when that happened?
Well, you were here.
Was I the manager when that all happened?
No, but he was being here.
No, that was before I got here. And I told you when I started, everyone gets a clean slate.
Yeah, but that should not have happened.
You can't blame it on me.
Had I
He
been the
should have
manager-
handled it, huh?
Had I been the manager, his ass would be gone.
There's nothing I could do.
Yeah, you could.
What?
You have 2 police reports.
I don't have any reports. I have all the texts and emails from you.
You don't have the police reports?
I don't
The
have
police
nothing.
the police reports.
I have nothing. No complaints from you. No police reports. I just have text messages
All
from
right,
you.
I'm going to write it again. Right up.
Well,
Because
you can
I'm
write.
really
That's over
tired
a
of
year. That's over a year ago. so
No,
you
this
can-
was just last week. This
Well,
was
you're
last
doing it, but
week.
you can't blame someone if you don't know.
What?
I mean, you can blame him all you want, but it wasn't him. He's
They're
out of town.
investigating. No, he was here because
That's fine if they're investigating.
this was last week. Matt, don't argue with me because I.
You're arguing with me.
No, I'm not.
You
now
are.
listen.
Do you want your doorknob or your deadbolt changed?
I shouldn't have to pay for it.
Well, Bill said you're gonna have to pay for it, and
It's loose. It's been picked so many damn times.
that front always comes loose. And you know why it's
picked
loose?
so many damn
You know why
times.
it's loose? Is so the manager can get in if they need to.
And that's what
That's why it's
That's
loose.
what that pick is for.
What pick?
That I found lying here.
There's no picks. I haven't seen no picks. Have you showed Sequoia? Have you wrote complaints or anything?
No, because you know why?
Well, you got to do that.
I don't want to have. Sequoia doesn't like me because I tried to help her, and she doesn't want any help. And I said, I'll help you. I'm trying to get you to understand that you can't do certain things with your grass.
She can.
She,
She's the boss.
she watered the grass till it dies.
No, she doesn't. My neighbor at my house, he keeps his water on in the same spot for 2 days straight, and it's not dead.
What kind of experience does she have?
She has a lot.
She's 21.
No, she's older than 21, just to get it straight. So
I thought she told me she was 21.
she's 22.
Oh, a big fucking year.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, she is very capable
She
of
is
doing it.
capable of doing this kind of stuff, yeah.
She is capable. She's
Yeah.
capable of watering the yard too.
Well, I was out here for 18 hours,
She is capable
Look, here.
of doing her job. If
And
she
I
wasn't
showed it,
capable
I
of doing the job and stuff, they wouldn't be having her do it now, would they?
This is 18 hours, that's why it's dead.
No, this is greener than it's ever been, even when we had the sprinkler system on.
I have pictures, but anyway.
So do I. My mom used to manage this for
Well,
22
I get it.
years.
You know, I'm not gonna argue, because you got a vested interest in it, and I don't want her to be, I'm afraid to even go to her, that's why I didn't go to her. with it.
She's afraid of you coming over there too, because you always give her so
She-
much grief.
No, I don't.
You do, Wendy.
You weren't in there when I talked to her.
I hear about it because she comes to my house upset.
Well, I'm sorry she gets upset, but she better get a fucking
Because you better too then, Wendy.
No, I don't. I know my shit. I've been doing
And
this
so
for
does
40
she.
fucking years.
So does she.
40 fucking years, longer than
You-
you're old
you-
too. You know, I mean, it just.
You haven't done it longer than I'm old.
How old are you?
I'm 46.
Yeah, I've been doing
40
this shit.
years,
My father
huh?
had 10 properties, and I've been doing it since I'm 15 and 16.
And you're not doing it anymore, so.
No, I don't do it. I don't do it anymore. I get calls to do it.
My mom did it for 22 years in the same apartment complex, so I kind of have an idea,
Yeah,
Wendy.
but there's things that can be done that should be done that aren't being done. So I mean, you don't
She
argue
is
with
the
me all the
landlord.
time.
So if you lived in your own house, the landlord lived out of town,
Yeah.
and this happened, would you be calling the landlord to come back into town to handle this issue, or would you call the police?
I call the police.
Exactly. That's
You know what
all.
the police
That's all.
told me to
That's all you can do. It's,
Call the manager.
it's not the manager's issue. It even says it in the lease.
The police said contact the manager.
Read in the lease.
And I did. I contacted them and they said contact the manager.
And it's
I
not the
said-
manager's. We can change your lock. That's what we're doing. And
So
we gotta-
that's, so
So you need to fill out a maintenance request.
do that
form,
again.
though.
Because I bet you that's how he's getting in.
How can you get in? The only person that has a key for that is Sequoia. There's only one key. It's
Because
a master key.
And it's like a long thin pin.
Every new doorknob, every new deadbolt has one.
Yep. And you remember I picked it up on the ground and you said that's just part of the rechanging.
No, that little.
Okay.
I got it in this new box that I have for the
Okay, look,
deadbolts. The
look.
same exact thing. It's not a thing to pick your doorknob.
Okay, now see I do this?
That little device that you're talking about.
Yeah,
it's
that's not to pick?
No, it's not to
What
pick.
does that do?
It's so if I had another key, a square key like this, if I wanted your thing to be my key,
Yeah.
or if you had a key like this and you wanted it to be that same key, so if you had a key that was square like this, the quick set.
So does he know how to do that? You know, all this is
No.
on, I never had to deal with locks because I wrote the check.
No, that's why we.
I
That's
wrote the
why.
check.
That's why we have these ones. So only we have the little security thing, and we only have one master key. And Sequoia is the only one that has a master key. Not even I have a master
That,
key.
and also
so
on YouTube, there's how to pick this lock. There's a whole
there,
thing on how to pick it.
you can look on YouTube to how to pick any kind
Well,
of
that's
lock.
what's happening with my cameras. That's what's happening with my cameras are getting flipped off. And I contacted Blink. Yeah, there's this thing it's called a flipper. You get within a certain amount of where the relay is, and it shorts out the relay, and you can come in. So now look, I'll show you. This is when I called the police because I'm done. I band tie it. Okay.
Mhm.
I come back. It's ripped out. It's ripped out here, and then it was put back in. There's a camera right here.
All right. Those, unless you get it absolutely in the stud right there,
Yeah.
it's good. Any little jar over time is gonna make it loose and it's gonna fall out. So I don't know if by accident, no, or the wind.
Well, when
you
I
know,
came
the
home,
the
no,
door,
when I came home,
Just
and
listen,
it's
when the door or when this comes in, there's wind. Sometimes you know these doors aren't very sealed very well.
right.
So over time, you know, if you don't have your deadbolt on.
Oh no,
you
I
know,
live. I video everything.
No, I'm saying if you're home.
No,
you know,
and that's not on when I'm home. It only when I leave the house to go work or go to the senior center, and
Mm-hmm.
it always happens Tuesday, Wednesday, or Friday. The days that I'm gone, and the days that she's gone, the days that she's gone.
Well, do you have your request form?
I have one, yeah.
Do you want to fill it out real quick so I can get this done? Because that's the big thing USDA.
Oh, is that what you came over here for?
For a request form so I can get it done. Because otherwise I won't be able to get it done until probably Monday. So that's why I'm here already at the apartments doing stuff. And she
Okay,
asked
let's-
if I could come.
Let's do it. But I mean,
But I brought the
when I came,
deadbolt already. So.
when I came home and this is on the floor like this, and the lock is hanging. When I was in here and my locks, my cameras are shot.
But Eric's. Yeah.
It was Tuesday last week, and there's something that was stolen that we can track.
And that's fine.
Finally.
Well, that's good. That's good.
But you know, here, and I'll show you. I mean, it's just kind of crazy. I mean, if he wants food, take it.
And
He
why
already
would
take
want-
it.
He gives food to Rosé, he gives food to Sequoia, he gives food
So
to,
then who is doing
to
it?
Joel, and
Who's drinking the alcohol? I don't.
he doesn't drink anymore. He's on a medication now that makes him sick if he drinks. Because he had to wait on his Medicaid to get finalized from Montana before he could even do that. That's why he didn't have his medication and stuff for a little bit, because Montana was giving him grief for
Well,
his
I
Medicaid
found
and stuff,
I found a
so.
bottle that was full, and this could have been going back now. It's over a year that this has been happening. And I don't say anything because I don't want to jeopardize my housing.
Mhm.
But I found a bottle, this much left, and it was full. I had 3 bottles of wine stolen. I had 2 boxes stolen.
Well, I'm glad you got something that gets tracked though, because then you guys can find out then. You know,
Finally,
so.
but I told Sequoia, I said I have probably close to $1,000 gone. The
Well,
worst part, and here, this is the other thing. I had, because of my arthritis, I have a lot of copper.
Mhm.
I had 2 copper bracelets. They're gone, but in that same drawer was an extra key. So
Do
I'm
you have
thinking-
your key for this?
Yeah.
This one? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'll get that one too, and then Sequoia can dispose of them.
Yeah, because, and I think that's
But I'll
probably,
get the deadbolt right now and my screwdriver if you want to fill out the
I'll fill it out.
request form, and you'll have to talk to Bill or Sequoia about that $50, because when I talked to Bill, Bill said we gotta charge them $50. It says in the lease unless there's.
This
you
has
know,
been an ongoing issue for a year.
Well, that
And
I'm
I
just
can tell you when it happened. It was last Tuesday.
I'm just following the rules from.
I know,
upstairs,
that's what it's
you
in
know.
the lease, and I get it, and you gotta play by the rules, but there's gotta be at some point, like I said, you didn't do it, but what's her name might have. But because of the sexual I live in fucking fear all the time because I was raped, and for him to trail me when I'm in the morning at like 5:30 in the morning, it's terrifying for me.
Well,
And
then
he
you
just
need-
yelled at me it was the other day. I write everything down. I keep notes on
Well,
everything.
you need to file a complaint. Write it. The complaint forms that she has.
For
and
that too, for the harassment by the other neighbor.
anything that you feel threatened by, you need to write a complaint and give it to Sequoia, or just put it in her slot.
And I know,
Even-
I don't
even if
think.
you don't
and-
want to talk to her, you can.
I know. It's
set
not that
this
I want to.
slot.
I want to help her, and she just comes back
She
at me.
just she's an independent person.
Well, I
A
asked her
very,
that.
Very, very.
I asked her
independent
that. I
person.
said, "Well, you were when you were 16. Did you give your mom shit?" Yeah. I mean, I
Well,
have
she-
no problem with that.
She's a very independent person.
I've dealt with
so.
really a lot of inner city kids that are, pull a knife on you before you turn around.
No, she would never do that.
No, but I
so.
mean, that's what I'm saying. I don't have a problem with people being independent. I have a problem with people with being. You got to be here to communicate. You can't talk to the back of the head.
Well, and you got to be able to communicate too,
Well,
properly too.
I do.
Instead of saying this is how it's going to be.
No, I don't say that.
That's
See,
how
you're
it
getting-
comes out.
You're getting.
That's how it comes out, Wendy.
Well, you're getting it back from someone who's in a place of inferiority to me.
And you're getting it back from my position. You know. So I mean, I'm not scared to tell you what I think, Wendy.
I don't think you should be, and I don't have a problem, and that's what I said to her. Because where she was, because I raked this whole area.
She's afraid to say anything. She's afraid that you're going to call up the office and she might lose her job if she did go off or
Did
say
you see
something.
that? I said, no, I'm trying to help you keep your job. Because if
She's
somebody-
not going to lose her job. That's the thing. You think you know all about it and how she's going to lose her job.
No, I
and this
don't.
and
I
that.
just know that when you get a fucking $500 water bill, that comes to you.
The water bill has been a lot more expensive than that. She's
Well, I
actually
don't-
had the water bill.
I don't know what they are, but I'm
Exactly,
saying, I don't
so-
know, but I know someone who got a $500 water bill up on the golf course.
Oh, that's fine. That's them. This is her business. You know, this is her job. It's only her business. You know, it's no one else's. They don't need to know what she's paying for water or what she's paying for electric or what she pays for garbage or what she pays for lawn mowing. That's her business. That's
but-
none of your guys' business.
No, it's not. But if you see a way to help somebody, you help them.
If she does, if she
She
wanted
doesn't
help,
want help. She already just told me that today. I tried to help her. She had the hose out here and it's all tangled up. I said, let me untangle that for you. No, I don't need your help. That's not cool.
well, you got to think of the way that you approach her sometimes too.
Yeah,
Wendy. It's a
bottom-
two-way situation. It's not just a one-way situation.
Yeah, but the bottom line is I pay to live here. She gets paid to work here. And part
And
of it
she
is
gets paid to live here too.
Yeah,
I mean,
gets
she has
paid
to, she
live
has to
here.
pay,
But that's what I'm
she has to
saying.
pay to live here too. She doesn't get her whole rent for free,
I know
Wendy.
that, well, I never thought she did. But I said, the problem
So
is
she
that
pays too, just
when
like
you
you
have a
do.
management position, and you might see this differently, because I've taken care of $1 million properties and got paid thousands of dollars to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I listen to the people who were my tenants, I listen to the people who were my
And
owners.
she listens. And she listens to the owners.
there's an
She
amicable
contacts
way.
the owners every single day.
Well, she told me that, because Dee used to call her,
Dee was never here in the office.
what did she call her? Cruella, she called her Cruella.
No, her
Connie,
and
she
Connie
called-
talk all the time.
Well, then I told her, I said, at least, she and I talk occasionally, but other times she just gets real spiteful and spiteful. And I said, and I
you
understand.
can
that-
too, though, Wendy.
No, I take a thought, I'm fucking 66 years old.
that does-
and
that
it
doesn't-
makes an awful lot of difference.
No,
like-
it doesn't.
Oh, sure, okay, so you're gonna discredit me for having 45 years of experience and being 66.
You think it's
So-
all right to disrespect someone,
No.
but do you expect them to respect you when you disrespect them?
As
No,
a
that's
teacher,
not how.
as
That's
a
not how it
teacher,
works.
As a teacher, I expect to be respected. As a human
Exactly.
being, I expect it to be respected.
You got to treat people the way you want to be treated.
I do. I do.
Apparently not, because
You're getting it back from her. You're not hearing my side of it, and you got a little bit. You got to
Wendy,
listen to
I've
both.
heard your side of the story before she even started working here. Because I was the manager, remember?
I know you were a manager, but what?
So I heard your side of
What
the
did
story
I do
too.
so wrong?
Huh? It's your attitude, Wendy. The way you come about, and it's not like it all the time. I'm not saying it's like that all the
Because I have a
time.
lot of experience and a lot of knowledge, and I should be given a little bit of ounce for that. That maybe perhaps, yeah, maybe we can use you somehow. How can I provide? And that's what I said to Bill. How can I provide my experience to help with the
If they
management?
wanted extra help with stuff, they would call for it. They don't call for it though.
Well-
So it's, just like when Joel tried to mow the lawn and stuff. She can get in a lot of trouble if Joel came and mowed the lawn because he's not insured and stuff. If he busts out a window or weed eats and busts out a window or something,
Is Joel the last guy who cut it?
no, that's my guy.
Oh,
We have
okay.
insurance and stuff.
I don't know.
But Joel, he lives in the A
Oh.
building. He works for ProCut. And he was just being nice, He was just being nice, but he didn't ask Sequoia or tell her about it, So when she heard the lawnmowers going or whatever, she went outside and she chewed their butt, She's like, I appreciate you guys doing it. I know it needs mowed, I'm getting on Zach, about it, and so on and so forth. She's like, because if Bill by chance came down, and seen them mowing,
It would have been shit.
yeah.
Yeah, because he's not
it's-
bonded. He doesn't have insurance.
Yeah, because it's her butt,
Yeah. Yeah, but there's things too, like when I said to him when we had that flood that was happening here.
Mm-hmm.
I said, you need to go check your basement, make sure that you don't have any water down there. I don't go down there. No, Sequoia, just take a walk downstairs and see if you have anything. Look around, because if you have water down there and it causes mold, I'm gonna get sick. Because I have a
This has
susceptibility.
been like me and you discussed when it happened last year. It's been happening for years.
Yeah, and part of the reasons why is because of that stupid culvert over
Well,
here.
the culvert, and as you can see, if you walk up and down the ditch, just like the mayor did, and that what kind of upset me, because when me and the mayor talked before I quit or whatever, he said he was going to get this. This was an issue that he was going to get solved this coming spring, and it never got solved. He walked through the ditch. I seen him walking through it, but nothing's been solved. Audrey down there, she's been cleaning out their side. She's just working her way down the ditch, but she's cleaned out a lot of debris.
Yeah, I pulled
and
out.
she's been doing good, and she's been disposing of it. She has it laying over there right now, but she's
That's
gonna
not
get
a
this.
problem. But that's why I just told Sheila, I said, come spring, this should be burned. I mean, because there's about 8 inches of
Well, there's so
shit
much
in
dirt. And,
shit in there, but to just walk up and down with a propane burner and just burn it out.
Well,
But you
there's-
said that's not your deal.
And there's
That's
a
the
whole bunch-
city's deal,
yeah,
but
there's
it's
a whole
your
bunch of
deal. If
dirt.
it floods, it goes in your basement.
That's still the city's issue. And the basements, they still have to get up another 2 feet before they can even get in the vents to get in the basement. It used to happen when my mom lived here. That's how long the mayor, every mayor that we've had, it was Bill before David.
Dave.
And then Brian wrote before
Brian, and he took care of things.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
who's the woman that was the mayor?
Oh yeah, I forgot about her. I can't remember her, but she did the
She
same.
lives right over here.
She did the same thing. You know, everyone kept saying they're gonna deal with this issue, but it still hasn't.
Well, you know what they did to Sharon and Julia, and this guy over here. He had like 14 people at the house, and the shit backed up. And he went to them and tried to sue Sharon because they said the city said it's their clearing out from here and here and there, and because they only come up to like the end of the street, and the rest of it belongs to these 3 people, which is bullshit.
Yeah.
So when Dave came out, he said he was gonna replace that culvert come spring, didn't do it. I don't know if they have the money or whatever, but they did dig out the other side. They didn't dig this side because there's trees. Over on Julia's side, they dug out, so it's a little.
Well, see, and that's what my mom kept telling me too. Is that's why the mayors want to deal with it, is because of the trees.
It's a lot of work.
Because it's hard to get a piece of equipment in between the trees because they're so narrow, you know. So it's hard to get a backhoe in there to try to dig out all that crud that's in there, and they don't want to use a whole bunch of manpower with shovels in there digging out, which they're gonna have to, because someone, like you said, either, because if that happens and it floods the apartments, it's gonna be on the city, you know, because they didn't take
Yeah, but you know, that'll
care
be,
of
well, it
their.
won't be the city, it'll be an act of nature, and you'll get screwed.
Well, no, it'll be the city because they didn't take care of the ditch. If they would have taken care of it, it wouldn't have
Well,
flooded
it just
like
needs
that.
to be, when it's dry and it comes in the spring, they just need to go up and down and burn out what's there.
Is
There's
it-
about 8 inches of,
Up
because
by
I
the-
hauled some.
Up by the shed there, I mean, there's water in it right now, but it's not very much, you know. But if you look, it's about that far from the top, and that's because there's so much
Yeah, that's what
dirt.
I said. When it was, I pulled a bunch of stuff to cover that cement over there, but I only had a stupid little shovel and it wouldn't, you know, I couldn't do it to cover that chunk of cement over there.
Yeah,
But I said it needs to be burnt all the way down to get rid of it.
yeah, and get all
But
that
culvert,
dirt.
he said they want to put a 2-foot culvert. Right now it's like a 10-inch or 11-inch. It's just a foot long.
A little
But he
guy.
said he wanted to put like a 2-foot. He goes, we're gonna have to put a hump over it. I said, I don't think they're gonna mind. I think the problem is, you know, because they didn't have problems with their surge. It was when they had 12, 14 people at this one.
Well, and I seen Cotters
Yeah.
over here a few weeks ago, and they kind of made me mad because I seen them. They were waiting for me to leave so they could check out our clean out here, which I wouldn't mind if they would have just
Yeah.
told me.
Yeah, just come do it because you don't
but
know.
They left the lid off of it, and that's what upset me, because if it would have rained or a critter would have fell in there, you
Yeah,
know, that
clogged
wouldn't
it.
have, yeah, that wouldn't have been good, you know. So
My friend had a skunk in their culvert, in their well culvert. It was, you know Todd? His name, he tried to be the city attorney when he was barred in the United States, in Montana.
Todd,
His last name, that's his last name is Todd.
Rick Todd, or not Rick Todd,
He's real active in the Elks,
yeah, I
but
think.
his wife is sweet as can be, and he's crooked. But anyway, so all right, let me get that paperwork. But
Okay, now get the
like I said,
demo.
here's what you're saying is that he got to stay because of D.
D didn't do anything about it, you know, and it should have been done when you first brought it up to D. And that's what Connie said when I first started. She's like, it's
But
been so long. And,
there's still a police report and everything, and he's still doing shit.
well, he hasn't
He
done
was
anything
just here
like
today.
that.
I just saw him this morning.
But he hasn't done anything. He lives over here. He's
Well,
good.
I know,
He's
but
allowed over here.
he's
And it's
not-
just like you being over in the A building. I mean, why were you over in the A
I don't
building?
go to the A. Oh, this is A in the middle.
No, the one on the far over there.
I don't go over there. The only, as far as I let Mr. walk because he's got probably a couple months left.
Okay.
I just let him walk.
Well, I'm just letting you know, I have a couple cameras set up in the windows, just like you do in your place.
Yeah.
I got some set up over in Sequoia's place, so I know when
Well, it
people
should
are
be.
walking by
Now,
and
what?
stuff.
Now,
so.
are you getting them this? See,
I'm getting it because she, you know, she feels the same way. You know, people walking by.
I don't
and
go
stuff.
over there because I'm afraid of what's his name, and he hangs over there.
Well, I'm not.
I
It's not because of you. It's just.
I walk over. Mr. goes to the dumpster, and if you see, I pick up a lot of the.
No, we did it. We did it a few months ago, so it's been a while. It wasn't just something that recently we did.
Because I had asked her to put one out here, but no.
Well, she can't do it in here because the
No, and I
the
said, but there's
people
no other
upstairs.
place to put it to, unless the apartment complex itself.
And that's why we did it in her window, kind of like you
Yeah.
did, because we're not, you know the rules. We're not
Yeah, I
allowed to
know
have-
the rules, and
we're
that's the
not allowed to
point,
have that,
unless
so.
the complex itself installs the cameras.
Mhm.
And tell me about this. Is it mandatory that the lights are on all the time?
Mm-hmm.
Because when I come out at 2, sometimes he wakes me up to go out at 2 o'clock in the morning, and it's like, really like, whoa.
Yeah, the reason is because if there is a fire or something, people aren't going to be looking for a light switch to be coming down
Yeah.
the steps, so
And
that's
Sheila and I go, did you turn the lights on? I didn't turn you. And then we found out it was.
Yeah, so get that complete.
All right, let me
form.
do, should we
I'll
do it
get
right now?
Yeah, go ahead and fill it out right now. I'm gonna grab the deadbolt out of my car and the screwdriver so I can get this changed for you.
Okay, and then you want the other 2 keys, right?
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah, and then
portfolio.
I got one key for you, and Sequoia has the other one.
Okay. Who was here this morning?